Hi everybody, Emily Kennison here, the founder and inventor of the RobeCurls curling headband, and today we have the fabulous Ashleigh with us. She has naturally wavy hair. As you can see, it's naturally wavy, and we're going to be teaching you tips and tricks on how to use our curling headband when you have naturally wavy hair about medium length, so stay tuned. What you're going to need to do this is your curling headband, along with the two matching scrunchies that comes with it, your Mr.Spritzer, and if you prefer a comb, you can use that, or a brush. Ashleigh's cool with the brush, so we're going to use that. To start, you want to start with your hair dried, fully dried, and what you're going to do is take your Mr.Spritzer, fill it with water, and lightly dampen your hair about ear level down. You're going to get it about like 60% dry, 40% wet. So you want the majority of your hair to feel dry but evenly misted throughout. What you can also do is that when you have naturally wavy hair, you're going to care a lot about moisture. So if you use any leave-in conditioners or hair oils or anything like that, feel free to add your product to your hair at this point as well, as you would normally do in your hair routine. Another tip is you can also just add it directly to the Mr.Spritzer, shake it up, and so that it evenly distributes all of that natural moisture products into your hair as well. If you notice, again, I'm focusing on the ear level down when it comes to getting your hair wet, so that it is not going to leave a hard crease when the hair dries in the shape of the curls. And then you'll just brush out your hair to detangle it. It doesn't have to be a hard brush, it's a light brush. All you're trying to do is just get enough separation so that when you do the wrapping, you have, you're not just pulling through your hair while you're trying to get those little wraps around. So a light brush. One other tip is when you look at the face framing pieces, you do want to focus on getting those wet. So I know I said ear level down, but face framing pieces should be more wet, since that is a good spot to make sure you got the curls looking the way you want them to. Okay, so awesome. Now you're going to grab your curling headband. I like to start off by folding it in half so that the ends are even and you have a crease in the front. If you notice, there is a nice wire that's integrated on one side. Miss Ashleigh, if you want to touch to confirm. Yes, there is. And so when you put it on, you're going to put it on like a headband. That crease should be centered in your head, and the wire that we just talked about is going to be facing forward. So here's the wire right at the front. You put it on so it's about 1 inch away from your hairline. Don't put it on so it's like 3 inches back. You want it about 1 inch away from your hairline. Your hair should be parted into 2 sections. Bring them to the front, just like that. And you're just going to take half that hair and the headband end and wrap the headband end around that half, making a cute little Pippi Lou look. This is just to secure this first half of the hair out of your way so that you can release the headband. You have both hands free. And this wrap should be pretty tight. So it should feel like there is almost like a scrunchie in your hair, so it's not sliding around while you're working on the other side. When you start on the other side, you want to start with a small, about like a 1 inch section. When you grab that first piece, you don't want to grab it so that it's about 3 inches down, because that's where the headband will be sitting. You want the headband to sit about 1 inch down. So on this part line, that first wrap, just grab a piece of hair that's about 1 inch down that part line and about 1 inch over. So you got a 1 by 1 inch chunk of hair. Beautiful. I guess chunk is a weird word. Section of hair. Wrap it around. So you go, I'll take it a little bit slower, but you go over and under, pull it forward, and then you just add another section right under that first one to that first section. And again, you just wrap it over and under. And you repeat that process one more time, wrapping it over and under. Once you get to about ear length, which is basically where we are right now, you're going to grab all of the hair. So in this wrap, we just take all the hair that's left, add it to our section that we're wrapping, pull it tight, and wrap it over and under. Doing this will start the curls sooner in the back, which is always a plus. It'll also make sure that it's a clean, like a French braid look, and you don't get a poof down here. So that's why we grab all the hair once we hit the ear. Once you get to the end, take your scrunchie, wrap it around the end, Do it once, do it twice, do it 3 times. Usually 3 times is all you need to do for a secure hold. If the ends splay out, don't worry about it while you're putting the scrunchie on. You can always just tuck those ends around and under the scrunchie afterwards. Fabulous. So we got the first side done. Now we just repeat those steps on the other side. So unwrap the headband, pull it straight so it just is back in its shape. And again, you take a small front inch section, wrap it over and under. Now here is where you can play with it. So if you wanted larger beachy waves, instead of grabbing a small 1-inch section here, just take a larger section. And instead of doing like 5 wraps until you get to the ear, do like 2 or 3. And that'll just create larger, beachier waves. If you want tighter looking, more spiral curls, just do smaller sections. So you do have some curl control, which is cool. Great. So now we are at the ear. So like we did last time, we just grab all the hair, add it to our last wrap, and pull it over and under. And then just wrap it all the way down. Now the cool thing is that as long as you get the wraps around, you're going to get the curls. So don't worry if like the first few times you try it, your wraps don't look the prettiest. It'll get there very quickly, but the curls will nonetheless look fabulous. And I think the results is as important as the looks, but at the beginning, we care more about the results. Let's make sure this works. Okay, so once we're at this point, all we do is you twist it to the right, like you're screwing off a jam jar lid. Is that a good comparison, Ashley? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And when I do that, what do you feel, Ashley?
I feel like getting tighter.
Yes, exactly. So the whole headband will just like kind of tighten onto the head, so it'll feel much more secure. It'll also create a tighter curl spiral shape. So if you want tighter curls, you can just keep twisting it. If you want looser, leave it looser. But we're going to twist it up since Ashley's going to be out and about and come back tomorrow late in the day. So we want this headband on securely. And one other tip is just like if you're going to bed, you can sleep with it this way, any which way you want. But if you want to go out and you want the headband look, what you're going to do is, let me just spin you around so that it's back of the camera. All you do at this point is take the ends, make an X, tuck one over and pinch it down, and tuck one under and pinch it up. And that's it. So now you have it secured on the back and it is secured on your head and you're looking cute, curl friend, and you are ready to go. So we will check back in with Ashley once her hair is 100% dry. That's very important. And we'll see what the results look like.
A few hours later.
Hello everybody. So we are back with the beautiful Ashley and we're going to see what her results are. We're very excited. Ashley has slept on these overnight, hence the change in clothes. So to start, we just uncross our little cross that we have done over here, bring them down, spin her back around. You guys don't have to do the spins at home. You can do it yourself. Okay, and then over here, we just slide off the beautiful matching scrunchies, one at a time. Dun, 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 dun. And 2. Is the suspense killing you? It's killing me.
I'm really excited.
Me too. So what you guys can't see at home is that Ashley and I have a mirror right in front of us. So this time nobody's blocking it, which is great. So we get to see her reaction in real time. And hopefully it's a great one. All right, and so here's a little tip. Before just pulling it out, you can untwist it the other way. Remember how I said you can twist one way to tighten, one way to loosen? So we're just gonna untwist the way to loosen, and you can then slide out your curling headband pretty easily. Untwist to loosen, and voila, here is one side all done. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. One side all done, and then here's the other side all done.
Little ringlets.
Little ringlets. We got little ringlets. Super cute. And then what we can do here, so since Ashley has naturally wavy hair, it means that these things are going to come out like super cute ringlets. They're going to stay all day. But if you want beachier waves, you can just tossle it a little bit to break it up. Add in any, styling products that you normally use. That's all good. but you loosen it, and if you want to reform the ringlets, because as you see, they came out in kind of large chunks of ringlets, which is how we wrapped it, which is great. But if you want to reform them in smaller ringlets or just smaller like pieces, just finger curl by sectioning off little pieces. And as you see here, now we're getting these like more defined, as if she just spent like 800 hours with a curling iron and did like section by section anally for 2 hours. And you have all of these beautiful, let me just do this, awesome curls. And these are going to stay all day. And then we could shake these out to make it even more beachy waved again. But I absolutely love the wavy hair type, because this is the type of hair that when you curl it like this, it's just going to last. Again, super important is that you have to wait for your hair to dry. Ashleigh has super thick hair, so when we wet it, we have to wait probably overnight for it to totally dry. And if you have wavy hair, you do want to wet it more than you would if you have fine straight hair, just because you're going to need more water to break up that natural curl pattern. And obviously water is a super healthy, natural way to do it. So no damage in doing it. You're just going to have to wait longer for the curls to set and to reform it. But just a little showing you the options here of how you can style it once it's out, because wavy hair is super fun. You can style it many ways, and it's going to literally last forever. So we're almost done. Got another little piece here. Yeah. Make sure you're going in the same direction. So I just did it the other way. There you go. If you go in the opposite direction, you're not going to get that cute little curl, but you want to go in the same direction that you wrapped it. And that's pretty much it. And then of course you can shake it out, but like, my God, look at the volume. I'm just like obsessed. I want your hair as a wig. It is gorgeous. The colors, everything. Oh, I love it. Love it. What do you think, honey?
I love it. This is so fun. I've never been able to get it to curl this much with an iron, so this is cool.
It's super cool. Yeah, it looks great. Well, that's it. We'll do a little spin so you can see it all around town. Dun, 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 dun. Spin around like a nice little cute doll. Here you go, honey. And awesome. So hope these videos are helpful, and thank you so much for watching and giving our product a try.